Meteorologist Brittany Foster tracking a lot of rain here today and tonight.
Oh yeah, we've seen a lot of rain really the last even 12 hours, and this is a loop actually the last 12 hours showing the rain that we're currently seeing in southeast Nebraska where it originated, and that was on the western half of the state last night, giving them some severe weather. Right now what we're currently seeing from what's left over from those storms is not severe though, just some much needed rain, a little bit of lightning and thunder. Heard you all making comments about that on social media, and also just some thunderstorms and showers starting to kind of fall apart. Notice how it's not as big and as thick as it was in central Nebraska, because it's starting to fall apart the more it's traveled eastward this morning. The Tri-City is getting quite a bit of rain, and soon eventually Lancaster County will see some of that rain with whatever's left over from that's currently moving. Now looking at how much rain off to the west, overall how much you did receive, the Tri-City is close to about 3 inches of rain. So again, much needed rain. Thankfully it wasn't severe when it moved through the Tri-Cities, and we have more on the way even later today. At least we will see a break though. By 12 o'clock, we'll start to see that line that's currently moving through really weakening and pushing out, just leaving us with some clouds for the second half of your day today. 86 degrees by 12 o'clock, temperatures close to 3 o'clock, hitting those upper 80s and maybe a few low 90s if you're ahead of a cold front that'll be pushing throughout the entire day, firing up our storms that'll eventually arrive late this evening, anytime after 6 o'clock. That time around could be on the strong to severe side for eastern Nebraska. It'll also be a pretty humid day. That breeze out of the south will continue gusts up to 25 miles per hour. And again, it's all thanks to that cold front. It'll be moving throughout Nebraska the entire day, giving us a chance for severe weather this time around in eastern Nebraska later tonight. This includes the Lincoln area, Beatrice, Omaha, all up into Sioux City, so the entire eastern half of the state. And we are expecting these storms really anytime, I'd say after 5 o'clock, to start firing up in the general area. So this is 6 o'clock, what one model is saying. Keep in mind the position of these storms could be shifted a little bit further westward. I think this model is pushing it really further to the east. 7 o'clock, a few more are starting to line up, and then we get a clusters of storms trying to form in a general line across the eastern half of the state close to 8 o'clock. And eventually, as we push towards 10 o'clock, this will start to push into the Iowa and Missouri side, leaving the state fairly quickly, but also we could see maybe some hail and several other severe threats with them, even though they will be fast-moving storms. So this is what we can expect in just a short period of time. Later tonight, high winds, gusts potentially getting up to 60 miles per hour higher. Definitely could see some large hail, and also we do have the components potentially fire up a few tornadoes in some of those thunderstorms. So also a little bit of flooding, considering that some of us have already received plenty of that rain earlier today with what's currently moving through. So every single mode of severe weather is likely later this evening. It's definitely one of those times you want to make sure you have our app and watch our shows later this evening. Now as for our sunrise time, it's at 6:42. Dry roads for some of us this morning. Wet roads. This is a look at Grand Island, and you can see it's also cooler off where that rain has fallen. Mid 60s right now for the Tri-Cities, but where that rain has not yet reached us in Lincoln, 75 degrees, 75 also in Omaha and Beatrice. So pretty warm for some of us this morning, but all of us will see cooler high temperatures just in time for this weekend. We had a hot start to this week. Well, eventually tomorrow we'll see 84 degrees. That's your high temperature. Also not as humid. Humidity will quickly drop. Dry conditions for your Saturday. Could see a little bit of rain late in the day on Sunday. Temperatures also a little warmer with a little bit of an increase also in our humidity. Now that's just a sign of what's to come, because by Monday and Tuesday, humidity just really skyrockets and returns. Our high temperatures are also back in the low 90s. It'll feel more like the triple digits for the first few days of next week. And also notice how we're seeing several little chances of rain the next several days. And I know our focus tonight, of course, is that severe weather across the area, but also just a heads up, late Sunday night into Monday, we could also be tracking maybe another round of severe weather. So quite a bit of rain in the forecast, which we do need it. Of course, we don't want it to be severe, but that's why we'll keep you updated later this evening. Again, anytime after 5 o'clock, we could see those thunderstorms firing up in eastern Nebraska, guys.